All right, good dawning, and welcome to a parking lot ramblings with Mr. Floyd. Myself, my name is Josh, and welcome. Grateful for all of you being here, watching this, and thank you all. Appreciate each and every one of you. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for when I do go live. All right, welcome, guys. Yeah, so as you can see, we did not do a good dawning this dawning, but there will be a good dawning tomorrow. Regular time, regular schedule, and we're pretty much back on schedule. Nothing out in the future to change that, as far as I can see, unless I get another like an overnight shift or something at work here. But grateful for each and every one of you, and thank you. All right, so today I just wanted to discuss really clearing energies and what it's like when you clear trauma there. And for yourselves, most of you guys already know what trauma is and trauma body, but how many of you are an understanding of how that trauma is carrying you, or how you're carrying yourself within that trauma? For myself, when I realized my most recent traumas that I did not realize for quite some time, there's an immediate weight loss that you kind of get. There's this kind of poof that happens to you, and you never really know how the trauma that you had in your universe, right? How that trauma that you've been carrying around, how it affects you, how it is part of your universe, right? How it weighs you down. All right, so I paused the video for a second as somebody was walking by. But so as you are walking through your universe, right, and you realize these traumas and these things that you're shedding, right, and that's where I don't know about you, but I'm going to speak for the collective here in a certain aspect. That's kind of where we're at. It's that part where we're shedding those traumas, right? Those traumas are falling away, and we're stepping into the new. And in a lot of cases, those traumas are already behind us. And we're trying to figure out, okay, so the traumas are gone. Now we're in the light body. And what do I mean by that, right? So when you're in trauma, when you're experiencing trauma, and when you're out living in your trauma reactions, right? Living your normal life. And living in that traumatic space where you're protecting yourself. For myself, for example, my protection was pushing everybody away. Thus, my universe I created unintentionally that I kind of woke up to. In your case, whatever that trauma is, what are you doing in your universe to protect yourself, to block from the trauma, to soothe yourself? A lot of us are walking in those traumatic reactions that we don't even realize what we're doing, right? So we're walking around and we're saying things that may be karmic, we're acting out, we're doing adult temper tantrums and whatnot, but we're not realizing that we're doing so because it's an autonomic response based off of trauma that's in the body. And as you release that trauma, the big question becomes then, what do you do with the autonomic response? As the trauma leaves, it then becomes your job, right? And if you watched Mena yesterday on her channel, she was talking about the same thing. It's like when the trauma is gone, right? When you realize, okay, this happened, that happened, and you can intellectualize it. The body, on the other hand, doesn't have any intellectualization regarding it. The body's still going to hold that trauma. So it's going to be your job then to help the body to release it by one, soothing the body, right? It's your job as the adult to the trauma body, and especially if the trauma happened as a young child or as a child, it's your job as the adult to soothe that inner child. It's your job to nurture that inner child and reparent yourself. And it's also now your job, whether you like it or not, to stand in frame, in presence, and see where in yourself you can see the trauma reactions as they come up in your frame. So it's now your job to stand in frame and basically police yourself in a twisted sort of way. So for myself, I now have to realize when I'm going back into that unworthy feeling, right? Where I start to get karmic and karmic means I just start to do things against myself, right? So I start to, or against others, well, and that sometimes you don't even realize it. So the question becomes then, can you see the pattern? So for me, right, am I standing in the new, right? Am I in the new pattern, which is this, right? Or am I standing in the, I'm not worthy, so I'm not even gonna make a video. I'm blocking everybody out of my universe. I'm saying something karmic. I'm negatively speaking to myself. I'm pushing things away. I'm even when it used to come to just eating, for example. Oh no, I'm not worthy. I'm not hungry, and that's really just me not feeling worthy of eating, and all of that. And so, am I still playing in those old energies? Those energies that didn't suit me, that left me in a low vibration, that left me with this coat, right? And as you see that, as you start to peel these away, you'll begin to realize how many different layers you have within you, right? How many levels or how many coats you've been wearing. So maybe you take off the martyr coat, right? And you stop being martyristic to yourself, and you just finally just let go, right? And maybe you take off the everyone's going to abandon me coat, and so that's going to be lighter. And then maybe you take off the I'm not worthy coat, and then you feel a little bit more lighter. But you don't realize until all these coats are off, right, how they've been affecting you, how heavy you've been walking around. There's no way to know what lightness feels like when you're in the heavy trauma body. Until that trauma is released, you're not going to know what it's like to be in that light body. And I tell you what, as the traumas do fade, it's a whole nother universe. It really is. And you may be experiencing that for yourself, but for the collective, that's kind of where I'm seeing that we're at right now, is we're all stepping, that trauma's over here, and we're moving forward in the light body, which now makes it super easy for us to do what? Create our new universe. And so that's where we're at, is that creation, that new explosive spark. And so if you're a first waver in the ascension process here, and really, again, you're not really ascending anywhere. You're just peeling off the layers that have kept you blocked from yourself as source. And as you do, you vibrate up. As you pull off the coat of unworthiness, you vibrate worthiness, right? So you vibrate up. As you pull off the coat of lack, you vibrate abundance. You see yourself in an abundant state. So those are things to think about when you're standing there and you're feeling upset or angry or frustrated and you're not sure why. Is there blocked trauma? If you can figure that trauma out, you can release it. And once you release that trauma, it's a whole new universe. And if you don't have any blocked trauma, but you're still feeling that, have you cleared the trauma that's within you now? Have you been able to accept what's happened in your universe over your lifetime? Can you stand in that frame and say, okay, I'm worthy of what happened. I understand what happened. I am worthy of better now. Whatever happened for me. And generally these things are lessons for you. All the things that happened in my universe, even with the grand trauma when I was 2, these are things that happened for me. Why? Because now I can be clear. I can see myself as source. Sure, I lost 40 some odd years of my universe trapped in this trauma bubble, but that's okay. You know why? Because I'm clear now, and that's all that matters. All you have is presence anyway. So, and time doesn't truly exist in the first place. Remember, as source, you create the energy. So if you can see into the energy that the body, it's not you, you're source, you're perfect. You're the spark that's holding the energy that's holding the body up. So if you can hold your frame and hold into your frame and realize that the trauma's in your DNA and it's attached to the body itself, and if you can release that, ooh, wow, as you do, everything gets brighter. Everything gets clearer. Your thoughts get clearer. For myself, as an example, the internal agony that I carried, the internal dramas, the internal angst, and all of the anxieties that I felt, and there was a ton of them, generally are gone. And yeah, nothing's ever perfect, but generally they're all gone. And I stand here today as a totally different individual than I would have been, say, even 3 months ago. So yeah, can you see where you are making those changes and what in your life you are vibrating out? And as you vibrate something out, keep this in mind. The universe does not like a void. It's going to fill it in. So if you are clearing trauma space, right? You've left a void. You vibrated that out. You're going to be lighter. But now you're open. Your field is open. It's not being blocked by traumatic energy. You're not being blocked by karmic energy or things that you're doing against yourself. You're not vibrating, oh, go away, or I'm in lack, or whatever, and pushing things out of your frame. Now that you're standing there, if you stand there in your frame, you're going to pull things towards you, right? Everything's going to come into your frame that you are wanting at some point, if you can hold that light, right? That's what it's, there you go, guys. That's what it's really, but where are you standing in your frame? Where are you standing today? And are you standing in that vibration of lack or hate or distrust? Or are you understanding that these things happened and you are source inside yourself, and that the only thing that's holding the trauma is your body itself? And if you can release that, let the body go, look, you're safe. It's all good. This happened in the past. And really, work through the emotion. It's holding the emotion. A lot of it's just your body holding that emotion. So if you get verbally abused by somebody, you're going to hold that emotion, and every time you see that person, you think about it, that emotion's going to come flooding back, and you're going to go back into that trauma space and relive it, raising your cortisol and everything else, fears, upset, anger, frustration, whatever it is. And so if you release the trauma, or you realize if somebody's saying something to you that it's them, not you, and if you can release all of that in the first place, release it out of the trauma body by seeing it for what it is, seeing you for what you are, and working through the emotions of it, then you stand in the light body and you create your own universe. I love you guys. Stay awesome. We're gonna do a quick channeling here as well. So I am a channel. I channel Saint Germain, Archangel Raphael, Goddess Isis, Kuan Yin, Sekhmet, White Buffalo Calf Woman, which is all and everything you see on this planet is just an aspect of your higher self. If you allow yourself to really see that. But here we go, guys. Saint Germain, we are grateful that you are here. We are channeling in a parking lot through Josh for you to you today. We are grateful. Remember, park your universe for a moment and see where you stand, right? Are you driving the car? Do you have a map? Where are you going? If you are driving the car, we are leaning the phone up against a car to do the video, right? So on your universe, when you are out and about in your universe, are you in direction or are you in reflection? What is driving your energy? Is it the traumas of your past? Are you driving around in anger and frustration, or are you driving around in love and peace? It is all your choice what you, as a soul, are choosing to do in your universe, right? So you can ground into the traumas. You can feel those traumas. You can live in the dramas of all of your past, right, in your universe. Or you can choose to stay present. See the positive in the now. Take those dramas and the traumas and realize that they are in the past, right? And stand in the present, in your frame, and create a universe from the light body when you release the traumas from your body. Are you grateful, and can you see that you have the opportunity, you are the grand opportunity that you've been looking for to stand in the clear frame of a better day? Whatever happened, is it happening now? Most likely not. Whatever happened, did you survive? Most likely you are watching this video. Whatever happened is in the past. There is no time. It really happened all at once. But nonetheless, on your Earth linear timeline, right, it is back here and you are up here. So why are you going to be standing in the energies back here when you are right here? If you allow and clear these energies and realize what happened, stand in strength and realize realize, right, that you are the source inside yourself. You are not the trauma that is attached to the body. The body will hold the trauma in its DNA, right? And you have the traumas from your past life, your many lives, locked in your DNA, right? Your DNA can hold all the information in the world, right? Just you alone, right? So you are all the information of the universe locked in your DNA, including all the traumas, all the dramas, and all the amazing things that have happened to you as a soul, as a body, in both, right? So in your universe, you choose what you are framing into. You choose what you are standing in, and you choose the universe that you are creating. So from that, we love you. Saint Germain loves you. Are you standing in the old? Are you standing in the new? Are you standing in the light body, the inside? Or are you allowing the traumas and the dramas that happen for you to help you to grow to a better soul, to a better individual, to a better person? Are you allowing for that in your universe? That's the question. We are grateful. Are you? Saint Germain loves you. Do you love yourself? Leasing transmission. All right, guys. So thank you. Appreciate each and every one of you. Saint Germain, love you. All right. So I will see you all tomorrow. We're going to have a regular good dawning. We are back on track here. I love each and every one of you. Remember, everything you do or don't do helps create your loving, living universe. If you're still in your dark night of the soul, this is the truth, guys. As you release that darkness, as it leaves your vibration, leaves your DNA, and you realize it didn't even exist in the first, all these things, right? Is this even real? And if you want to hold on to, you have every right to, but when you're out of the body and up in, it would be as if it never happened, right? Only the body is the one that realizes it. So if you can release it from the body, you step into the light body, which is not the dense trauma body. Your cells spread out. You then vibrate faster, and it makes it a lot easier to create your living universe through positive vibration than it is through negative fear, lack, and distrust, right? I love you guys. Stay awesome, because you are all awesome. You are all source. You are not the trauma that happened to you. You are not the dramas that happened to you. You are amazement. You are amazing. And the fact that you are standing here in a body in 3D, and you are a 5D being, and you chose to come here to do this, makes you one of the bravest of the souls in the entire universe. All right, guys, stay awesome, because you are, and I will see you all in the next.